Breaking news for Social Security recipients. If you're a senior citizen, SSI recipient, or SSDI beneficiary, listen very carefully to what I'm about to tell you. January 12th is not just another day. It's a critical payment date that could mean a deposit of up to $3,500 hitting your bank account. But here's the problem. Thousands of seniors have no idea this payment is coming, and some may not receive it at all if they don't understand how the system works. If you depend on Social Security benefits to pay your bills, buy groceries, or cover your medications, the next few minutes could be the difference between financial security and confusion. This is not clickbait. This is real information that affects your money, your benefits, and your peace of mind. So right now, put down what you're doing, turn up the volume, and pay close attention, because what you're about to learn could change everything about how you receive your benefits this month. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is your safe space for honest, accurate, and timely Social Security updates. We don't play games with your benefits. We don't sensationalize. We simply break down complex government policies into plain English so you can make informed decisions about your money. My name is on this channel because I care about you. I care about seniors. I care about disabled Americans. I care about people who work their entire lives and deserve to understand the benefits they've earned. Every single week, the Social Security Administration makes changes, updates payment schedules, and releases new information that directly impacts your income. And every single week, millions of recipients are left in the dark, confused, stressed, and worried about when their next check will arrive. That stops here. This channel exists to protect you, to inform you, to give you the clarity and confidence you need to manage your benefits without fear or confusion. And if that sounds like something you need in your life, do me a favor right now. Hit that subscribe button below this video. It's free. It takes 1 second. And it ensures you'll never miss an important update that could affect your Social Security, SSI, or SSDI payments. Because here's the truth. The government won't call you. They won't send you a text message, and they definitely won't explain these changes in a way that makes sense, but we will, every single time. So let's get into today's urgent update, because January 12th is right around the corner, and you need to know exactly what's happening with your money. Why January 12th matters. Let me start by explaining why January 12th is showing up on everyone's radar right now. This date isn't random. It's part of the Social Security Administration's official payment schedule for January 2025, and it represents one of the most important deposit dates of the entire month. But before we dive into who gets paid on January 12th, you need to understand how Social Security payment schedules actually work, because this is where a lot of confusion happens, and it's also where a lot of misinformation spreads online. The Social Security Administration doesn't just send out all benefits on the same day. That would be impossible. They have to coordinate payments for over 70 million Americans every single month. So they created a system, a schedule. And that schedule is based on your birth date and the type of benefits you receive. Here's how it breaks down. The Social Security Payment Schedule explained. If you receive Supplemental Security Income, or SSI, your payment comes on the first of every month. That's a fixed date. It doesn't change based on your birthday. SSI recipients get paid on the first period. But if you receive Social Security retirement benefits or Social Security disability insurance, also known as SSDI, your payment date depends on the day you were born. Here's the breakdown. If you were born between the 1st and the 10th of any month, your payment arrives on the second Wednesday of every month. If you were born between the 11th and the 20th, your payment arrives on the third Wednesday. And if you were born between the 21st and the 31st, your payment arrives on the fourth Wednesday. Now, let me tell you why this matters for January 12th. Who gets paid on January 12th? January 12th falls on a Wednesday. Specifically, it's the second Wednesday of January 2025. And that means if you were born between the 1st and the 10th of the month and you receive Social Security retirement or SSDI benefits, January 12th is your official payment date. This is when your deposit will hit your bank account or when your check will arrive in the mail. And depending on your benefit amount, this could be a substantial payment. Now let's talk about that $3,500 figure, because I know that's what caught your attention. Understanding the $3,500 payment amount. Here's the truth. Not everyone will receive exactly $3,500. That number represents the maximum possible benefit amount for certain high-earning retirees who delayed claiming their benefits until age 70. But let me break this down so you understand what you might actually receive. The average Social Security retirement benefit in 2025 is approximately $1,976 per month. That's the average. Some people receive more, some receive less. It all depends on your lifetime earnings and the age at which you started claiming benefits. If you claimed benefits early at age 62, your monthly payment will be lower than someone who waited until full retirement age, which is 67 for most people today. If you delayed benefits until age 70, you get the maximum possible amount, which can be as high as $3,500 or even slightly more, depending on your earnings record. For SSDI recipients, the average monthly payment is around $1,537. But again, this varies based on your work history and the severity of your disability. So when we say January 12th could bring a $3,500 deposit, we're talking about the upper end of the payment scale. But even if your benefit is $1,000 or $1,500 or $2,000, January 12th is still a critical date for you if your birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th. Cost of living adjustment for 2025. Now here's something else you need to know. January 2025 marks the first month that includes the new cost of living adjustment, or COLA, which was announced late last year. The Social Security Administration approved a 2.5% COLA increase for 2025. That means your benefit amount went up by 2.5% compared to what you were receiving in December 2024. Let me give you a real-world example so you can see what this looks like. If you were receiving $2,000 per month in 2024, your new benefit amount in 2025 is approximately $2,050. That's an extra $50 per month. It might not sound like much, but over the course of a year, that's $600 in additional income. For someone receiving the maximum benefit of around $3,400, the COLA increase brings their payment up to roughly $3,485. Add in some rounding and specific earnings adjustments, and that's how you arrive at that $3,500 figure. So yes, some seniors will absolutely see a deposit of $3,500 or more on January 12th. And for those individuals, this payment represents not just their regular monthly benefit, but also the boost from the COLA increase. What if you don't receive payment on January 12th? Now, let's talk about what happens if January 12th comes and goes, and you don't see a deposit. First, don't panic. If your birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th and you receive Social Security Retirement or SSDI, then January 12th is your scheduled payment date. But sometimes banks take an extra day or two to process deposits. Sometimes there are delays due to weekends or holidays. And sometimes the Social Security Administration itself experiences processing issues. Here's what you should do. Wait until the end of the day on January 12th. Check your bank account online or call your bank to see if the deposit is pending. Many banks will show pending deposits even if the money hasn't officially cleared yet. If you still don't see anything by the morning of January 13th, wait one more business day. Sometimes deposits post the day after the official payment date. But if it's been 3 business days and you still haven't received your payment, then it's time to take action. Call the Social Security Administration at 1-800-772-1213. That's their national customer service number. Yes, the wait times can be long. Yes, it's frustrating. But this is your money and you have every right to know where it is. When you call, have your Social Security number ready. Have your bank account information ready. And be prepared to explain that you were expecting a payment on January 12th and it didn't arrive. The representative will look into your account and tell you what's going on. In most cases, it's a simple delay. But occasionally, there are issues like a change in your banking information, a hold on your account, or an overpayment that needs to be resolved. Special situations. SSI recipients. Now, I want to address SSI recipients specifically because your payment schedule is different. If you receive supplemental security income, your payment date is the first of every month. That means you already received your January payment on January 1st, 2025. However, there's something important you need to know. When the first of the month falls on a weekend or a federal holiday, the Social Security Administration moves the SSI payment to the last business day of the previous month. This is done to ensure you don't have to wait extra days for your money. So if you're an SSI recipient, you're not expecting a payment on January 12th, your payment already came. But you should still pay attention to this information because understanding the full Social Security payment schedule helps you plan your budget and avoid confusion. And if you receive both SSI and Social Security Retirement, or SSDI, then you get two separate payments. Your SSI payment comes on the 1st, and your Social Security payment comes on your assigned Wednesday based on your birthday. Real-world example. Meet Margaret. Let me tell you about Margaret. She's a 68-year-old retiree from Ohio who worked as a school teacher for 35 years. Margaret claimed her Social Security benefits at her full retirement age of 67, and she receives approximately $2,100 per month. Margaret was born on March 8th. That means her birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th of the month. So every month, Margaret's Social Security deposit arrives on the second Wednesday. In January 2025, that second Wednesday is January 12th. Margaret logged into her bank account on the evening of January 11th, and she saw a pending deposit of $2,152. That's her regular benefit plus the 2.5% COLA increase. She didn't have to call anyone. She didn't have to worry. She knew exactly when her payment was coming because she understands the system. And that's what I want for you. I want you to have that same level of clarity and confidence. Real-world example. Meet James. Now let me tell you about James. He's a 58-year-old former construction worker from Texas who receives SSDI due to a back injury that ended his career. James receives about $1,600 per month in disability benefits. James was also born on the 6th of the month, which means his payment date is the second Wednesday, just like Margaret. But here's where James ran into trouble. James recently moved and changed his address with the post office, but he forgot to update his address with the Social Security Administration. So when his paper check was mailed out for January 12th, it went to his old address. By January 15th, James still hadn't received his check. He started to panic. He called the Social Security Administration, and after a long wait, a representative explained what happened. James was able to request a replacement check and update his address on file. But he had to wait an extra 2 weeks for the new check to arrive, which caused serious problems with his rent and bills. The lesson here, if you've moved, changed your bank account, or updated any personal information, make sure the Social Security Administration has your current details. Otherwise, you could experience delays just like James did. Why this payment is so important. Now, let me explain why this January 12th payment is particularly important this month. First, it's the first payment of the new year, and it includes the COLA increase. For many seniors, that extra money is earmarked for rising costs like groceries, utilities, and prescriptions. Second, January is a tough month financially for a lot of people. The holidays just ended, credit card bills are coming due, and many people are already running low on funds after the expenses of December. Third, this payment sets the tone for the rest of the year. If you understand when your payment arrives and how much you'll receive, you can budget accordingly. You can plan your expenses. You can avoid overdraft fees and late payments. But if you're confused about when your money is coming, you might miss bill due dates. You might accidentally overspend. You might find yourself in a financial crisis that could have been avoided with better planning. Now, I need to give you some very important advice, some warnings that could save you from financial stress and confusion. Warning number 1, don't believe every headline you see first. Be very careful about where you get your information. The internet is full of misleading headlines and exaggerated claims about Social Security payments. You'll see videos and articles claiming that everyone is getting a special bonus, or that there's a secret payment you didn't know about, or that you're entitled to thousands of extra dollars. Most of that is false or misleading. The truth is this. Your Social Security payment is based on your earnings record, your claiming age, and the annual COLA adjustment. There are no secret bonuses. There are no hidden payments. What you see on your Social Security statement is what you get. So when you see a headline like the one on this video, understand that we're talking about the scheduled payment on January 12th, which includes the COLA increase. We're not claiming that everyone gets $3,500. We're explaining the maximum possible amount and making sure you know when your payment is coming. Always verify information with official sources like the Social Security Administration's website at ssa.gov or with trusted channels like this one that break down the facts without sensationalism. Warning. 2. Protect yourself from scams. Second, be extremely cautious about Social Security scams. Scammers love to target seniors, especially around payment dates. You might get a phone call from someone claiming to be from the Social Security Administration. They might say there's a problem with your account, or that your benefits are about to be suspended, or that you need to verify your personal information immediately. Hang up. The Social Security Administration will never call you and threaten to suspend your benefits. They will never ask for your Social Security number over the phone, and they will never demand immediate payment or personal information. If you get a suspicious call, hang up and call the official Social Security number at 1-800-772-1213. If there's a real issue with your account, they'll tell you when you call them directly. Warning. Dardra 3. Plan your budget around your payment date. Third, understand your payment schedule and plan your budget accordingly. If your payment comes on the second Wednesday, like January 12th, don't schedule automatic bill payments for the 10th or 11th. Give yourself a buffer. Make sure your bills are due after your deposit arrives, not before. If you receive your benefits via direct deposit, the money usually hits your account early in the morning on your payment date. But if you receive a paper check, it might take a few extra days for the mail to arrive and for the check to clear. Plan ahead. Know your dates. And don't cut it too close with your expenses. Advice: set up direct deposit if you haven't already. Here's my strongest piece of advice. If you're still receiving paper checks, switch to direct deposit immediately. Direct deposit is faster, safer, and more reliable. Your money arrives on time every time. You don't have to worry about lost or stolen checks, you don't have to wait for the mail, and you don't have to make a trip to the bank. To set up direct deposit, call the Social Security Administration or visit ssa.gov and follow the instructions. You'll need your bank account number and routing number. The process takes just a few minutes and it will save you so much stress in the long run. Advice: keep track of your benefit statements. Finally, make sure you're regularly checking your Social Security statements. You can access them online by creating a My Social Security account at ssa.gov. Your statement shows your payment amount, your payment date, and any deductions like Medicare premiums. It also shows any adjustments due to COLA increases or other changes. By reviewing your statement every month, you'll catch errors early and avoid surprises. You'll also have documentation if you ever need to dispute a payment or resolve an issue with the Social Security Administration. All right, let's bring this all together. If you've made it this far, you now have the information you need to understand exactly what's happening on January 12th. You know who gets paid, you know how much you might receive, and you know what to do if something goes wrong. But here's the thing. Social Security is constantly changing. Payment schedules shift. New policies get announced. COLA adjustments come and go. And if you're not staying informed, you're putting your financial security at risk. That's why I'm asking you right now to hit that subscribe button. This channel is dedicated to keeping you informed, protected, and empowered. We break down every Social Security update in plain English. We give you the facts without the fluff. And we make sure you never miss a payment or a policy change that affects your benefits. Subscribing is free. It takes 1 second. And it gives you peace of mind knowing that you'll always be in the loop. So do yourself a favor. Click that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you get alerted every time we post a new update. And consider this your insurance policy against confusion and misinformation. Because your benefits matter, your financial security matters, and you deserve to have clear, accurate information delivered to you in a way that makes sense. Also, if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Share it with a friend or family member who receives Social Security. Leave a comment below if you have questions or if there's a topic you want us to cover next. We read every single comment, and we're here to help you navigate the complex world of Social Security benefits. All right, let's wrap this up with the key takeaway. January 12th, 2025 is the second Wednesday of the month. And if your birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th, that's when your Social Security retirement or SSDI payment will arrive. Some seniors will receive up to $3,500, especially those who maxed out their earnings and delayed benefits until age 70. But even if your payment is smaller, it's still coming on that date, and it includes the 2.5% COLA increase for 2025. If you don't receive your payment by the end of the day on January 12th, wait one more business day. If it still hasn't arrived by January 14th, call the Social Security Administration at 1-800-772-1213 and ask about your payment status. Remember, understanding your payment schedule is the key to financial stability. You've earned these benefits, you've worked for them, and you deserve to receive them on time every time. So mark your calendar, check your bank account on January 12th, and rest easy knowing that your payment is on its way. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you found this helpful, subscribe so you never miss an update. And most importantly, take a deep breath. You've got this. You're informed, you're prepared, and you're in control of your financial future. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Stay informed, stay protected, and take care of yourself.